what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of the Major League Baseball postseason, where today it's Game 2 of the division series against the Seattle Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. I think I said against in the wrong area there. Forgive me. Right out of the gate, screwing up. Hey, folks, Game 2 of a best-of-5 series between the Mariners and the Tigers. Game 1 was played last night, and the Tigers pulled off what you have to consider to be an upset. In 11 innings, the Tigers won 3-2 on a game-winning RBI single and extras from Zach McKinstry. The pitching matchup in Game 1 heavily favored the Mariners, not to mention the fact that they had some rest since the end of the regular season, skipping the wild card round, home field advantage, everything seemingly in their favor to take Game 1 last night. And knowing that they had to face Tarek Skubal from Detroit today, Game 1, even though Seattle's the home field team, the higher-seeded team, it really was a must-win situation, and they did not win. They are in trouble. They need to win today, obviously. Going down 2-0 in a best-of-5, and then having to hit the road for the next 2 games, and you got to win those and then win a final 5th game. It's asking a lot. It's not impossible, but the Mariners need to figure out a way to beat Tarek Skubal today, or else the Tigers are going to be in prime position to make the championship series round. Meanwhile, earlier today, the Blue Jays have just about punched their ticket already on the Yankees. When I say punch, I mean punched, folks. I mean punched. Here's a highlight of that game earlier today. I'll be right
2-2.
back.
Hit in the air to right center field and deep. Going back. It is 11-0 Blue Jays. This got to be one of the most disgusting
not safe for work.
Fucking turn of events I have ever watched. I mean, the New York Yankees as a whole should be a fucking shame to themselves that they are not only losing, they are taking an absolute thrashing, Diddy style, with no Vaseline whatsoever, no baby oil, nothing. They are getting balls dragged over their fucking foreheads like a group of bitches is what is happening right now for the New York Yankees.
That make you
One
angry?
of the nastiest, disgusting displays of baseball I have ever watched.
Are there things that
This
make
one is
you
hitting the air to
angry?
left field. There's 2 outs. Who gives a fuck? 2 away.
Are there things that make you angry? Are there things that make you angry? Are there things that make you angry?
I'm really enjoying doing my little YouTube channel. Look, folks, I got nothing to brag about. Whatever. I do have something to brag about. I'm really good at doing this. I've got a great personality. I got a good voice for broadcasting. I know my baseball. I'm passionate. I'm knowledgeable. I'm amusing. I'm born to do this. What am I talking about? Let me brag. If only our team could do a little bit better, that would be good. By the way, Pete, eventually this has to get back to you, dude. I'm just having fun, man. I think you're the kind of person that can understand being ribbed about the Yankees. I mean, we finished in last place, Pete. I think we both know who has bragging rights when it comes to 2025. So us Oriole fans, we're just looking for whatever can amuse us at this point, okay? And watching the Yankees lose has always been a pleasure. And Pete, you do a great job at representing the Yankee fan base and their emotions during these games, when they win or when they lose, because it is the biggest pendulum swing of any fan base of any sport I've ever known. It's fascinating to watch, and I'm glad that I have evidence archived of situations just like today that I can point to whenever a Yankee fan comes into my channel and tries to start flexing. 27 rings. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you're not confident, Yankee fan. The more you mention those rings, the farther away those rings go, the more desperate you sound in the 21st century, which, by the way, is a quarter of the way over. Okay? We might need to start talking about teams of the 21st century and who the best of those are. I'll give you the 20th century, but we're out of the honeymoon stage, okay? It's 2025. It's over. All right? Just thought I'd throw that out there. Oh, my. Can I have just my little side victory when it comes to Yankee fans? Can I just have that? If I can have nothing else, let me have that. All right, folks, we got Game 2 today. It's a very attractive pitching matchup. We'll see how many runs get scored in this one, at least in the first 6 or 7 innings. As, again, Tarek Skubal, reigning Cy Young Award winner, might win it again this season. He is perhaps right now the best damn pitcher in baseball. He is the ace of the Tigers. He pitched Game 1 in the wild card round, helped them win then, and he is looking to get Detroit in prime position to win this division series. If he shuts the Mariners down today, and if Detroit can just scratch across a couple of runs, normally that's enough for Skubal to guide his team to victory. And if Detroit does that today, Seattle is really behind the 8 ball. Again, not impossible to come down 2-0 in a best-of-5 series. But when you're the home team, and now you got to hit the road for those next 2, and then you probably have to wind up facing Skubal in a Game 5. Ouch. A lot of work for the Mariners to do. They got to figure out a way to win today and level this series. I think this series has a chance to be very exciting. Game 1 was a good one to watch as neutral fans, I think. And I think it would be better for the entertainment value of this series if the Mariners found a way to get to Skubal today and pull off the upset. Both teams kind of winning the games they weren't supposed to win in these first 2. That's how baseball works, right, folks? All right, I've been talking way too long. This game is like 2 minutes away from getting started, if it hasn't started already. It has started already. Holy cow. The count is 2-2. I thought this was supposed to start 8 minutes after the hour. They keep fiddling with the time a little bit. Castillo is facing Gleyber Torres, leading off the ball game right now. There appears to be some kind of haze in the ballpark. Maybe some fireworks set off before the game. I don't know. But it is Gleyber Torres at the plate. We'll go over the lineups in a minute. The 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man. Swung on and missed. A slider from Castillo, and that's how this game starts. Wow, I barely had time for a pregame show. Maybe if I didn't replay Pete's call of 11-0 Blue Jays, I would have had time to go over the lineups. So, for the Tigers, Gleyber Torres led off. He's playing second base. Kerry Carpenter up to hit now in right field today. He looks at a pitch outside for ball one. Riley Green will hit next. He's in left field. Spencer Torkelson, the first baseman and cleanup hitter. Colt Keith, the DH, batting fifth. Dylan Dingler will hit sixth and do the catching. Zach McKinstry at third base hitting seventh. There's strike one on Carpenter. Count even up. Javier Baez, the shortstop, batting eighth, and batting ninth is the center fielder Parker Meadows. It's the exact same lineup for the Tigers as they had in Game 1. Mariners have made a couple of changes. We'll go over their lineup here between innings. Again, it's Luis Castillo starting for Seattle. He's been an all-star. He was the ace of this staff a couple of years ago without any question, but the Mariners have cultivated some really good starters here. George Kirby and Brian Wu and Logan Gilbert. They have four guys that could potentially be a top of the rotation arm for you. An abundance of riches. The count is a ball and two strikes on Carpenter. And the next pitch is inside, 2-2 the count. Defensively for Seattle, Rosarena in left. Julio Rodriguez in center, Victor Robles in right, Jorge Polanco. Let's start with third base. Eugenio Suarez is at third base. The shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Jorge Polanco at second base, Josh Naylor at first. And, of course, Cal Raleigh behind the plate. It is a full count now on Carpenter. One out, nobody on. Just getting started. And that is ball four. Castillo misses with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball inside. A one-out walk to Carpenter. Carpenter gave the Tigers all the runs they had in, what do you call it? In, you can't say regular time. Baseball's a game that's not supposed to have time, although we do have a pitch clock. But whatever. Before we went to extra innings, the Tigers only had 2 runs on the day, and that was off Carpenter's 2-run homer. He's at first base. Riley Green at the plate right now, and he's ahead of Castillo now 2-0. That second pitch high. Regulation just even that word seems weird for baseball. That ball's crushed, but it's gonna hook foul. Oof. Look out. Foul ball. 2-1 the count. Again, I think regulation, I'm thinking I'm talking about hockey or basketball. It doesn't feel right to me. There's got to be a better word. How you doing, Animan? All right, we got a 2-2 count on Riley Green. Pitch. Lifted in the air. Left center field. And the left fielder, Rosarena, will make the catch. Green retired, 2 away. Carpenter still at first base. And that'll bring up Torkelson. Son of Torkel. There's still some sunshine here, even though it's a late start if you're on the East Coast. We are in the Pacific Northwest. There's still some sunshine hitting the very deepest reaches of center field into the batter's eye. Might make it a little difficult to pick up the ball out of the hand of the pitcher. It is 1-0 on Torkelson. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Seattle's got to win today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, it's 2-1. Castillo with a cursory glance at first. Here's the 2-1. That is a swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Crowd making noise here. They want to see this inning end with a 0 on the board and get their batters up to hit. 2-2 to Torkelson. That one's lifted in the air to left. Arozarena is going to have room. In front of the track, he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Mariners keep the Tigers quiet in the first. Castillo did give up a walk. A man is left on base. That is it. We go to the bottom of the first. Tigers nothing, and the Mariners are coming up. 76 likes. 19 at the moment. How you doing, folks? We haven't even gotten to 100 views. Never mind 100 likes. Excuse me. Anyway, earlier today, you might have missed some of the ball game.
2-2. Hit in the air to right center field and deep. Going back, it is 11-0 Blue Jays. This gotta be one of the most disgusting fucking turn of events I have ever watched. I mean, the New York Yankees as a whole should be fucking ashamed of themselves that they are not only losing, they are taking an absolute thrashing, Diddy style, with no Vaseline whatsoever, no baby oil, nothing. They are getting balls dragged over their fucking foreheads like a group of bitches is what is happening right now for the New York Yankees. One of the nastiest, disgusting displays of baseball I have ever watched. This one is hit in the air to left field. There's 2 outs. Who gives a fuck? 2 away.
Pete is the best, man. Pete, there's a reason why I grab clips of your calls, man, because they're fantastic. They are. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm not like being sarcastic. You're good at what you do, man. And honestly, before I started my channel, checking out the channels out there doing this kind of thing, I found yours. And I said, yeah, this guy gets it. This guy knows how to call a game and entertain and give the emotions and reactions to the game that other fans want to hear and see and feel like the person giving them the play-by-play is right there with them emotionally and everything else, not just some sterile corporate voice that's just, even-keeled all the time. Pete wears his emotions on his sleeve. So do I. I respect him for that. I just hate the Yankees. All right, we're back. Bottom of the first, Skubal. First pitch to Arozarena is up and away for ball 1. Where are we over here? Is this working? This doesn't look like the at-bat we're on right now. 1-0 pitch is a strike. Don't worry, this will catch up here. There we go, Arozarena. 1-1 the count. Next pitch hit on the ground. Wow, up the middle, a base hit. Hit near the shortstop position, that side of the second base bag, but the second baseman was actually closest to that ball. He made a diving attempt, but that is a base hit. A leadoff single off of Skubal. And Seattle, they can't take this lightly. How many times are they going to get the leadoff man on against this guy? Let's see what they can do. Big batters coming up. It's Cal Raleigh. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. He got a fastball up and in. Raleigh had 3 hits in game 1. All singles, though. And I'm sure the Tigers will be more than happy to give Cal 2 or 3 singles versus 1 or 2 homers. That pitch is off. Well, it was low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Raleigh batting right-handed against Skubal. The 1-1 breaking ball slider at the top of the zone, and it is swung on and missed. Did that guy who, said that thing? I think he means said. Let me give it another try. We got another pitch coming. The thing about the Yankees getting Diddy style was he demonetized? No, he's fine. He's fine. He's doing very well over in his channel. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Raleigh. Pitch is high. Cal started his swing. You can tell when you've got a tough pitcher on the mound, if you are even slightly offering at a pitch that far out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch, low and away, full count. Crowd likes it. Payoff pitch to Cal Raleigh. Here it is. Swung on and missed. He got a change up. Perfectly spotted low and away to get that whiff. That change up low and away to an opposite hitting batter. I just don't know anybody who can handle that pitch. It's such a good pitch to go to get strike 3. 1 away for Julio Rodriguez. He takes a heater. That is on the black top inside corner of the zone for strike 1. Well, I guess you don't know the rules for demonetization, Chomas. He didn't break any rules. Now, let's say he has his channel set for this content is made for kids, and then did that? Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. 0-2 on Julio Rodriguez. Arozarena at first. Randy had 30 steals on the season. He is a candidate to swipe a base, but the lefty Skubal, not easy to run on either. Foul tip by Julio Rodriguez. The count is still 0-2. Next pitch, fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, the rules with YouTube are constantly changing, evolving, reverting back. It's just, yeah, but yeah. 0-2 pitch, outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mr. Hyde saw Julio down by the schoolyard. I tell you what, if I get that boy, I'm going to put him on the cover of Newsweek. And I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rose and Queen of Corona. Singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw down a second. Ooh, they might want to challenge it. Nice slap tag there by the Tiger infielder. Rosarena, though, is called safe. 2 down. But a stolen base for Rosarena. Gleyber Torres with that nice quick slap tag. Made it close. But yeah, Randy is safe. Randy is safe. So 2 down, and it is a chance for a 2-out base hit to give the Mariners the lead. Jorge Polanco, switch hitter, batting right-handed. First pitch popped it up. On the infield, third base. McKinstry waiting, and he's got it. Skubal pitches around a leadoff, leadoff base hit by Rosarena. He gets into scoring position, but is stranded. Second inning coming up. We are scoreless. Tigers and Mariners. Hello, gaming boy. Stopping by to say hello and leave a like. Keep up the great work. The only time I'll say go Seattle. Are you not a fan of Detroit? Is that the deal? Sometimes you have to make concessions, folks. Sometimes you got to root for a team you don't normally root for, but they just happen to be playing a team that you hate even more. So you just go with it, right? All right. Yeah. So tomorrow will be an off day. I'm about a week away from taking my trip out of the country and back for visa purposes. I am really dreading this trip. It is giving me anxiety. I just hope it goes off. I hope the weather, please don't rain. Don't let the weather be awful. Please don't let me be stuck somewhere not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Point me in the right direction, whatever it is I got to do. Get me back home safe. Please. I want this to be over with. Ah, gosh. What happened to the wild and crazy BW that lived life dangerously and was spontaneous as hell, always looking for the new adventure? Now I'm turning into this very conservative, stay-at-home scaredy cat. I got to just get over this, folks. I'm going through something right now. Just trying to squeeze in a little bit of therapy between innings. Don't mind me. I gotta buck up. Okay, you're gonna get into a van driven by a stranger at 3 a.m. to take you to a airport in Bangkok. You're gonna get out of that van. You're gonna navigate your way through a Thailand airport. Somehow get on the right plane. You're going to land in Laos. You're going to get out, and hopefully somebody will be there to be like, hey, I'm your guide to take you over to the immigration office. Go there. Do the paperwork. Wait for hours. Stand in lines. Maybe get a bathroom break somewhere in there. I don't know. It's going to be terrible. All right, we're back underway. Sorry, folks. Just a little bit of an internal monologue going on. Colt Keith is at the plate. 1-1 pitch from Castillo is swung on and missed. Keith started the game as a DH yesterday, but was lifted after 2 at-bats for a pinch hitter. Went 1 for 2. That pitch is low. 2-2 the count. I should video that trip. I don't really have the equipment to do it, really. I'm traveling light. This is supposed to be a 1-day trip, not even overnight. It's insane. I don't know how this is going to work. I've had to do a visa run to Laos twice before in the last 10 years, and both times it was an overnight thing. Had to apply one day, spend the night, go back the next day to pick up your visa. That is a leadoff walk. Colt Keith draws a walk to begin the top of the second inning. Dylan Dingler, the Tiger catcher, up now. Looks at a strike. Colt Keith, 2 first names. I don't know. Well, I would argue Colt. Is that really a first? How many people do you know named Colt? I'm sure maybe 1. Not a very common first name, is it? Popped up by Dingler behind second base. Polanco battling a little bit of a wind there, I think. Makes the catch for out number 1. Houston, home of the Colt 45s from back in the day. So I guess Colt is a first name. 45s is a last name. Colt McCoy. There you go. I knew there was somebody. Colt sounds like a bull rider. What would happen if you put a colt on top of a bull? Zach McKinstry, first pitch is a strike. Next pitch is high. 1-1 the count on McKinstry, who was the man who delivered the game-winning RBI yesterday in extra innings. The unlikely hero. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1 on McKinstry. I remember when a Colt 45 only cost 45 cents. Foul ball, 2-2 on McKinstry. And with 2 strikes, Seattle is rising to their feet. They want to strike out. Here's the pitch. That is a bit inside. Just a bit. Full count. Payoff pitch coming up. Let's see if they send the runner. They do send the runner, and I think that's ball 4, so I don't think it'll matter. Did they give him ball 4? It looks like they did. So that is back-to-back walk. Not back-to-back, sorry. 2 walks with a out sandwiched in between. Second walk of the inning by Castillo. 2 on for the Tigers. 1 away, and the batter, Javier Baez. Scoreboard is stuck, not showing a score. Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's see what we can do about that. Refresh. Exciting. Bunt attempt by Javi Baez is foul tipped for strike 1. That pitch was off the plate. And now he has a strike. I got a feeling he's not going to try to bunt again. He is swinging away, and he fouls it away. It's 0-2 on Baez. Once again, 2 strikes on a batter means the Mariner crowd making noise. Pitch. Way off the plate. 1-2. Baez hit .292 in the regular season with runners in scoring position. The 1-2 again way outside. I mean, those are two wasted pitches there by Castillo. Baez never going to offer. Now you got to come in there with something. 2-2 count. And he gets Baez to reach. A little tapper in front of the catcher, Raleigh. He'll throw to first to get Baez for the second out. Two runners move up on the play, though. Carpenter at third. Or not Carpenter. Sorry. Who's over there? Keith at third. And McKinstry now at second base. So it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Parker Meadows, to do something here for the Tigers. Cal Raleigh is out to talk to Castillo about the situation. Meadows hitting .250 in the postseason so far. A right-handed batter of Gleyber Torres would be next, and he's hitting only .158 in October so far. But I don't think you want to put a guy on walking the number 9 batter to load up the bases. You don't want to do that. You're going to have to just pitch to him. Try to get him out. All right, here we go. First pitch coming to Parker Meadows is fouled back. Meadows has 4 hits and 16 postseason at-bats. The 0-1 called strike 2. And now the fans are saying, all right, damn it, 2 strikes, 2 out. Come on, Castillo. Put him away. Pitch. That's high. And I'm beginning to see a pattern here with Castillo when he gets ahead of batters. He's not throwing good pitches. Doesn't matter. They can be off the plate. You want to get him to chase, but his pitches are way off the plate when he's ahead. And the Tiger batters are just easily laying off. There's another pitch outside. The count goes from 0-2 to 2-2. Meadows had to check his swing there. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out the pitch. Grounded foul. Tough pitch, a slider breaking low and down and in on the batter. It is still 2-2. Blah. I need coffee. Another 2-2 to Meadows. Popped up and out of play. Castillo is up to 50 pitches already in the second inning. 25 pitches in both innings. That puts him on a pace to hit 100 after 4 innings of work. I'm sure he would like to get this pitch count under control. Looking to get this final out of the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. Meadows strikes out, and 51 pitches is all it takes for Castillo to get through 2 innings.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right. A lot of work. Castillo has had to work a lot. Skubal has pitched 17 pitches in 1 inning. And if he gets through 2 innings on just 30 pitches, or somewhere around there. That's a huge discrepancy between these starters. Right, I've got some food here. I'm going to take a few bites. And word of warning, this stuff is crazy spicy. My sinuses might start going out of control. Apologies in advance. I didn't realize how spicy this particular dish was until I took a few bites. But here I go. This game brought to you by Bacon Strips.
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! Bacon, 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 bacon! There! From that bag! What's it say? I can't read! Please, please, give me what's in the bag! Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon!
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! No, 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 no! It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
This is great iced tea.
I'm starting to adjust. I've gotten really into running 10Ks. I garden now, and I even bought season tickets for the Orioles, since that's what guys who can't satisfy women do.
What? What? This being Baltimore and all.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky.
All right. Bottom of the second inning. Eugenio Suarez is at the plate. First pitch from Skubal is swung on and fouled away. 49 home runs in the regular season for Suarez, 118 driven in. Splitting time between Arizona and Seattle. Skied in the center field. It's going to be an easy catch for Meadows, straightaway center for out number one. Josh Naylor hitting a bit lower in the lineup than usual against the left-handed starter. First pitch to Naylor, hit on the ground to first. Torkelson will take it to the bag unassisted for out number two. And like I said, if Skubal pitches a quick inning here, that is going to be bad news for Castillo because he needs a breather. It's already 2 outs for Skubal on 21 pitches in the second. Here is Mitch Garver making the lineup for the first time in the series as a designated hitter against the lefty. That's usually when he gets into the lineup. Garver, a good power hitter. The Orioles certainly remember him from a couple of postseasons ago as a member of the Rangers. He hit a grand slam off of us in Game 2 of that forgettable division series back in 2023. It is 0-2 already on Garver. 2 down, nobody on. And the pitch. Fouled away. 99 on the gun from Skubal. Another 0-2 incoming. Swing and a miss. Blown away at 99. Garver sits down, and just like that, just what I was saying, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Skubal's gotten through 2 innings in less than half the pitches that Castillo has had to throw. So while this game may be tied, advantage Detroit right now. Skubal is breezing and Castillo is laboring as we go to the 3rd inning. Hey, folks, we got an idea of when Game 3 is now. It's going to be, what is it? Today is Sunday, so Tuesday afternoon as this series heads back to Detroit for 1 or 2 games. We don't know yet. But Game 3 of this series will be on Tuesday afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern. First pitch shortly after, and the stream will start shortly before, 3:50, 3:55 p.m., something like that. Just make sure you get here by 4, and you won't miss anything. Game 3, do we have pitchers decided for that already? I forget. Let's see if they're lined up here. We do. It's going to be Logan Gilbert facing Jack Flaherty for Game 3. And I think I can update that right now on my event page. Let me go in there real quick. Folks, I'm doing this on the fly. Look at me go. I'm on the fly. I've been told I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Gilbert versus... who was it? Flaherty? All right. Saved there. Get out of here. No, go live. No, what are you doing? All right. I'm still here, right, folks? Check, check, check. Type in the number 2, please, if you can hear me. Something weird just happened, and I'm hoping everything's fine. Uh-oh. Nobody's typed the number 2 yet. This is worrisome. All right, there we go. Seems to be a bit of a delay, though. Thanks, folks. All right, I'm still here, but there might be a little bit of a delay. Apologies. Gleyber Torres will lead it off for the Tigers in the top of the 3rd inning. Castillo goes back to work, gets a first pitch strike on the outside edge. 0-1 on Gleyber, who's 0 for 1, struck out to lead off the ball game. Fouled back, 0-2. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Well, that's economical. Luis Castillo with a 3-pitch strikeout of Gleyber Torres. That's a little more like it. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Folks, always make sure that red dot next to the word live is lit up. If it's not, you're not live. Got to tap the word live and get that red button there, then you know you're all caught up. 0-1 on Kerry Carpenter. He walked his first time up. He reaches for one out of the zone. Well, maybe bottom of the zone. He does foul it away. It's 0-2. Lined right to second base on a bounce. Polanco to first. And that'll do it for Carpenter. 2 down. Castillo looking for a quick inning after 50 51 pitches in the first, 52 pitches. 51, 52. I don't know, a lot. Trying to get a quick inning here. 2 down already. Here is Riley Green. He looks at a pitch inside for ball 1. The 1-0, swing and a miss, chasing a changeup well below the zone. Interesting. AI made. So now we're making AI signs to hold up in the crowd. Here's a pop-up to center field. Julio Rodriguez will camp under it and make the catch. The inning is over. Luis Castillo needed a quick inning of work, and he got one here. He only had to throw about 8 pitches in that inning, 8 or 9 pitches, to get his pitch count back on track. Now averaging 20 pitches per inning instead of 25 after that quick one. We go to the bottom of the third, no score. The Mariners have the only hit in the ball game, a single by Randy Arozarena. So the Yankees, huh? What happened? Blue Jays seem poised to be the first team to lock up a spot in the championship series after that very convincing win today. This kid, Trey Savage, I haven't seen him pitch yet, but boy, he opened up some eyes today. Was no-hitting the Yankees and striking them out more than 50% of the outs via the strikeout. I think he had like 11 strikeouts and like 5 1/3 innings, like 16 outs, 11 by strikeout, something like that. Whew. Tell you what, Yankees are in trouble. Who do they have going game 3? I'm interested in looking. Day off tomorrow. It should be Shane Bieber against Carlos Rodon. Bieber versus Rodon in game 3. A must-win for the Yankees. Game 4, no pitcher announced for Toronto. Cam Schlitter will be on the mound for the Yankees, if necessary. Oh, wait, no, that's game 3. That will be played. Sorry. What else is happening? So we have LA and Philly going at it tomorrow. In the early evening, Blake Snell against Jesus Luzardo. Cubs and Brewers, the late game. Shota Imanaga against Aaron Ashby. So it's going to be all National League tomorrow, all American League on Tuesday. And then all 4 teams will be playing on Wednesday. Unless the 2 American League teams who will be playing game 4, if that series is a sweep, then there won't be a game there. Victor Robles, first pitch strike from Skubal, leading off the bottom of the third. Next pitch is very high. The count is 1-1 on Robles, hitting .245 in the regular season. Just 1 home run, 9 driven in, limited action. I think he only got about 100 at-bats on the season. That pitch is inside. 2-1 the count. Next offering from Skubal is in the dirt. Skee-ball. My favorite arcade game, Skee-ball. 3-1 the count on Robles. The pitch. That's in there and fouled back. Full count. I don't know of any current major league starter that has a leg lift that kicks quite as high as Skubal's. That is ball 4, low and away. A leadoff walk by Skubal gives the Mariners base runner here. Let me get this game back up. Sorry. I'm trying to look at too many things at once right now. Get me back to my game. Where are you? All right, J.P. Crawford is at the plate, folks. I'll get it straight here in a minute. So Robles is at first base. He is a base-stealing kind of a guy. Skubal. What happened? Did that ball go into the Tiger dugout? Yes, it did. And the way Skubal reacted, I think somebody in the Tiger dugout took that foul ball and might need some medical attention in there. Somebody down in the tunnel. Camera can't quite pick up who. Skubal showing some concern, but back to business. 0-2 the count on Crawford. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Still 0-2. Well, emerging from the tunnel is a Tiger who appears to be no worse for the wear. Looks like he might have taken it off his shoulder, sitting in the little bench seats right up against the dugout railing there. Not sure who that is. He looks like a pitcher. I should probably know who it is. If anybody does know, go ahead and give me an ID. 0-2 on Crawford. Pitch, swing and a miss. Down he goes. A changeup low and in. 4th strikeout for Skubal. First out of the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the order coming up now. Yep, that changeup is pretty damn filthy. Arozarena. He looks at a changeup, lays off inside, ball 1. Randy's uniform's nice and dirty already. A result of stealing a base after his single earlier, which, by the way, is still the only hit in this ball game for either side. It is now 2-0 on Arozarena. Robles with a pretty big lead at first. Check swing, and the home plate ump says Arozarena went around. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was Chris Paddock. Thank you, Phantom. I honestly didn't even know he was a member of the Tigers. Last I heard his name, he was on the Padres. So that's news to me. Check on Robles. He's back standing. The count is 2-1 on Arozarena. 1 out. No score in the bottom of the 3rd. Tigers have a 1-game-to-none lead in this best of 5. There's a strike on the inside edge to Arozarena to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skubal just threw his 40th pitch. Next one is hit in the air behind the plate, foul. Another 2-2 to a Rosarena. Here it comes. That is a changeup. It's a slider, excuse me, on the outside edge. It just sort of hung out there. I thought it was another one of those changeups. It is fouled away by Rosarena. We'll do it again at 2-2. Check on a Rosarena, or excuse me, on Robles. I believe that's the second disengagement in this at bat. So perhaps Robles might take another half-step lead and try and steal here. He's not running. The pitch. That ball's lifted in the air by a Rosarena, but not a whole lot on it. It is a can of corn and left for Riley Green. 2 down in the inning. Cal Raleigh coming up. 3 hits in game 1. None of them left the yard. 60 regular season home runs. Most ever by a catcher, and it's not even close. Most ever by a switch hitter, right? Or is that wrong? That's a line drive right to shortstop, caught by Baez, and the inning is over. Skubal pitches to Cal Raleigh, gets him out on 1 pitch. At the end of 3 innings, no score between the Tigers and the Mariners. The Twins. Why am I thinking the Padres? My mistake. So he moved to a division rival. Let's see. Honestly, I think I know what I'm thinking. This is so embarrassing, but I do play MLB The Show, the video game. And I think I was convinced Paddock was a Padre because I started a franchise with the Padres, and somehow Paddock wound up on that team. I think by a trade or a trade either I executed or the computer did. I don't know, but I think that's where that Mandela effect kicked in. I'm thinking of a video game. Oh, come on, man. Hey, we've got somebody like this here. Bye, bot. 59 degrees is the temperature in Seattle. That is lovely weather. Lovely. It's not hot. It's not cold. Just right for me. Oh, he was on the Padres. Okay. Then I don't feel so bad. Then I feel less bad. Maybe it wasn't a Mandela effect. I don't know. There was a time when I could reference a fact in my head and pull it with precision, you know? And then, you know, and then I started doing other activities and lived for decades. And what happened? I don't know. I can't retain all the knowledge I used to have. I've forgotten more things than most people know. Okay? Sorry. All right. Spencer Torkelson will lead off for the Tigers, top of the 4th, middle of the order due up for Detroit. Castillo's first pitch is called a strike on the inside part of the plate. Yeah, I was assuming Mantle never got to 60. Mid-50s sounds about right. And then the only other guys you would think about are Eddie Murray. I don't think Eddie had a 50 homer season. Hit 500 for his career, but mainly hit about 35 homers a year. 30, 35, somewhere like that. Every single year. That's how he got there. Here's a foul ball. And then, yeah. I don't think another switch hitter that I can think of in the even in the 400 home run club. There's a ball hit to center field. Julio Rodriguez is there. Torkelson flies out for the first out in the top of the fourth. There's another pretty good switch hitting home run hitter. This guy, Anthony Santander. You guys remember him? Colt Keith pops this one up. Foul ground, third base side. It's in the stands out of reach. Is Santander active in the postseason? Has he been making the lineups? If he's not, does he have a chance to return? What's going on with Santander? There's an equipment manager fixing the mask of the home plate umpire. Looks like the little elastic strap to hold his mask on came undone. So he's healthy, but he was out of the lineup today. All right, well, if you don't need him, can we have him back, please? Toronto, if you don't need him, you seem to be doing fine without him, and we seem to be doing not so fine without him. What do you say? We'll give you Tyler O'Neill. Let's call it a day. Colt Keith hits a ball to right field. Robles heading toward the gap. Plenty of time to get under it, makes the catch. 2 down in the top of the fourth. The only other two switch hitting 50-plus homer seasons by Mantle. And I'm sure one of those 2 seasons was the 61 season when he and Roger Maris were going at it to try to get to that magical 61. Dylan Dingler at the plate. First pitch is a strike. That ball's hit hard, center field, but right at Julio Rodriguez. He doesn't have to move. The inning is over. So Castillo has another pretty economical inning. He's got the pitch count back under control. And right now on 69 pitches through 4 innings. Now I'm better. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Eddie never hit more than 33 in a season. That is nuts for a 500 home run hitter to never have a 35 home run season. You want to talk about consistency. Staying healthy, playing a long time, producing every single season. Eddie frickin' Murray. Lovely. The NFL, folks. How was your NFL Sunday? The Ravens, what happened? What is going on with the Ravens? This is not what Baltimore fans signed up for, surely. Losing today to the Texans 44-10. Ow. Commanders beat the Chargers 27-10. Jaden Daniels is back healthy. Too many injuries, but 44-10 to the Texans? That's beyond I mean, look, I get it. I understand injuries to key players at key positions, but 44-10, that is bad. You can tell me that, but I'm still telling you it's bad. Half the starters. So what, 5 or 6 guys out? Apparently, Baltimore needs better depth, I guess, in their roster. You'd like to be able to go to your second string, whoever, and not get beat 44-10 by the Texans. Wow. Cooper Rush, 14 for 20, 179 yards, 3 interceptions without a touchdown. Ouch. Derrick Henry, 15 carries for 33 yards. So 2 yards a carry from your workhorse running back. Good grief. All right. Animan, I hear you. You can tell me all 22 starters, offense and defense, are hurt. Getting beat by the Texans 44-10 doesn't let you off the hook for a bad game. It's bad. Now, do I expect the Ravens to be better when the players are healthy? Sure. But you mean to tell me it's a 40-point swing the other way if they're healthy? Because they lost by 34. They would need to score 40 additional points to win this game. Or, a combination of scoring and not conceding. It's a bad loss. What do you want me to tell you? Julio Rodriguez with a fly ball down the right field line. It's going to land in foul ground out of reach for strike 2. He is leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. He's got a 2-2 count. There's a photo of Skubal back in his younger days. Wow. Doesn't look anything like he does now. This kid used to have that long hippie hair. Top 6 salary guys are hurt. Okay. I don't know if this microphone is broken or 44-10 to the Texans. Okay, well then I guess that's an indictment on the the strength of the roster in terms of depth. There's a reason why there's a roster of 54 dudes? It's because every position is going to have a backup, maybe even a couple. So I guess they all suck tremendous ass, is what you're telling me? I guess. Spencer Torkelson will catch an infield pop-up for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. All right. Let me put it to you this way, folks. The Orioles this season probably have had more injuries than any other season I can remember. And we've had games where our preferred starters, more than half the lineup out, right? Kowser's out, Westberg's out, whatever. Rutschman's out. We're going with a Brandon Young to start because one of our pitchers is out. Here's a line drive. That ball's going to leave the yard. Jorge Polanco on a 2-0 pitch. Lifts it over the wall in left field to give the Mariners the lead. Polanco takes Skubal deep. Seattle have a 1-0 lead, folks. One nothing Mariners on a Polanco line drive homer off of Skubal. Looked like a fastball on 2-0, and he crushed it. Here is Suarez. Pitch just on the outside edge, borderline. Skubal might have gotten an inch there. The count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Suarez. 1 out, nobody on, a run in. 1-0 Seattle. In a game you feel like they got to win to avoid going down 2-0 and facing elimination, hitting the road for 2 games in Detroit. Swing and a miss. There's that nasty changeup low and away. Count even at 2-2. So, yeah, similarities. I mean, all I was trying to say is the Orioles have had plenty of games this season where we went in with a depleted team, got our asses handed to us, and never did I wrap up calling one of those games going, well, I mean, you know, half our lineup is hurt. And we got this pitcher out there when we don't have Grayson Rodriguez, or we don't have Kyle Bradish, or we don't have whoever. Like, it's never been an excuse for getting our asses handed to us, which happened a lot in 2025. The Reds beat us, like 22-4 or something? I didn't have any excuses. I'm sure we didn't have a healthy, perfect lineup. Josh Naylor at the plate, swing and a miss. I'm beating a dead horse, aren't I? There's 2 down, nobody on, and 1-1 on Naylor. Skubal has just hit his 60th pitch. That ball's grounded foul, 1-2 the count. I'll put it to you this way, Ravens fans. Of the 7 or 8 guys you mentioned that are out, if they're all out next week, I don't know who they're playing, but they should put up a better result than 44-10. That's all I'm saying. Swing and a miss. Naylor strikes out to end the inning. But Jorge Polanco, veteran, talk about a switch hitter hitting home runs. There you go. Polanco, the veteran, hits a home run ball into the bullpen and left. The Mariners have a 1-0 lead after 4 innings. We go to the 5th. All right. BW needs to move around a little bit. So tonight it's Pats playing somebody, right? Pats, Bills. Patriots up by a field goal in the second quarter. I don't really care about any of these other results. Oh, the Eagles lost. That's good. That makes me happy. Everything else, I don't really have a... I'd love to see the Jaguars upset the Chiefs tomorrow night. That'd be nice. I don't really follow the NFL that much, folks, in case you haven't noticed. But maybe I will a little bit more once we get out of October here. Maybe. Hey, folks, thanks for hitting the like button. I haven't even talked about it tonight. There are more likes than there are people here right now, or it's about even, I guess. So, job well done. Appreciate it. I would ask the baseball gods a small favor today. Please, let's have this be a 9-inning game because I've got an appointment with my doctor at 10 a.m. local time, which is about an hour and 45 minutes away. So please, let's make this a 9-inning game today. In fact, let's make it 8.5 innings because I want Seattle to win. I love Matt's sales pitch. And I mean that. I'm not even being sarcastic because I feel the same way. It's like, just give us a chance. You know, other channels are like, hey, subscribe. For whatever reason. Here it's just, please subscribe. Just give us a chance. Give it a chance. First pitch swinging is McKinstry. We're in the top of the 5th inning. He lifts a fly ball to left. It's caught by Rosarena. 1 out. Luis Castillo has absolutely settled down after throwing over 50 pitches to get through the first couple of innings. That pitch count is back under control. 1 out in the 5th on 70 pitches now. Javi Baez takes inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. The count is 1-1. The count. 12 sheep jumping over the fence. Swing and a miss. A slider from Castillo makes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Please give us a chance. Sounds like begging. No, that's why I think it's funny. Please, just give us a chance. If you would just, look into your heart and just give us a chance, please. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's the way we're marketing. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Full count on Baez. I want to make subscribing to the channel sound like a vagrant in the street making up a story about why they need $10. That is ball 4 to Baez. He is going to reach with a 1-out walk. Detroit gets the tying run on at first.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Or the grovel method. Sure. Listen, guys, listen, please, Mr. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm trying to go visit my cousin who's going through some really bad, he just got out of surgery, and I just need enough money to get a bus fare to get me to, and I'm just, if you just subscribe. Parker Meadows looks at a 1-0 pitch low. It's 2-0 on Meadows. Baez is at first base with a 1 out. Meadows is 0 for 1. 2-0 pitch. That's a called strike. Mo Sizlak. Is there a man to hug and kiss in here? I'm looking for a man to hug and kiss. Here's a ground ball. Backhanded at second. Flip to second. Over to first. Not in time, but a fine play by Polanco to get the force out at second. He had to go a long way to his right, and he flipped that ball right out of the glove to his middle infield partner there, Crawford. Crawford's return throw to first was late. Nothing he could do about that, but it's a fielder's choice and a nice play by Polanco to get that lead runner Baez. All right. 2 down, and here is Gleyber Torres. Big swing and a miss. What do you mean you gotta leave? Sit down, take a load off. Have a Duff beer on me. Pitch up and away to Gleyber. The count is 1-1. Gleyber is 0 for 2. Castillo up to 82 pitches. I'm wondering if I can turn off this light now that there's plenty of sunlight out here. I'd love to turn this thing off. It's burning through my skin. Let's see what happens. I'm a little bit in the dark. There goes the runner. Pitch is fouled back. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes. I guess I'll have to... Guess I'll have to keep it on. Let's just bring it down a little bit. Break it down again. All right, with 2 strikes and 2 outs, the crowd is making noise. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Yankee fans are nervous. I don't know if I believe you.
2-2. Hit in the air to right center field and deep. Going back. It is 11-0 Blue Jays. This got to be...
Oh, we got a hit and run, folks. That works out to perfection for the Tigers. Meadows was off, and on the pitch, it opened up a hole on the right side. Gleyber with a base hit right through that giant hole. So 1st and 3rd for Detroit with 2 down. And the pitching coach for the Mariners is going to come out and try and work out this situation here. Wait, are we making a pitching change? I'm sorry. Is that the manager coming out? Well, I'll be. That was Dan Wilson walking out there? Okay. All right. Pitching change, it would appear. Castillo comes up 1 out short of 5 innings, and he has not given up a run yet. But here we are. It's a must-win scenario for Seattle. Even though they wouldn't be eliminated with a loss, they really need to win this game. There's 2 big lefty bats coming up next. That's the reason, I guess, for this move. They're going to bring in a lefty to get Carpenter and Riley Green. Oh, yeah. Speaking of nervous, here we go.
2-2. Hit in the air to right center field and deep. Going back. It is 11-0 Blue Jays. This got to be one of the most disgusting fucking turn of events I have ever watched. I mean, the New York Yankees as a whole should be a fucking shame to themselves that they are not only losing, they are taking an absolute thrashing, Diddy style, with no Vaseline whatsoever, no baby oil, nothing. They are getting balls dragged over their fucking foreheads like a group of bitches is what is happening right now for the New York Yankees. One of the nastiest, disgusting displays of baseball I have ever watched. This one is hit in the air to left field. There's 2 outs. Who gives a fuck? 2 away. Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in them. That was...
All right. Castillo is out of the ballgame. 1 out short of qualifying for a win and not having given up a run yet in the game. That's the postseason for you. Yeah, and I wish Pete would just, unleash. Stop holding back. Tell us how you really feel, Pete. Line drive foul by Carpenter. Gabe Spire is on. This is Seattle's best lefty in their bullpen in terms of the numbers. They are going to him now. They are expecting him to retire Carpenter and end this inning holding this 1-0 lead. First and third for the Tigers. Carpenter is 0 for 1. He walked back in the first. The 0-1 pitch from Spire is in there, strike 2. A sinker. And the crowd rises to their feet. They are waving their little towels around. Here we go. The pitch. High target from Raleigh, and the pitch is too high. The count, a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, we got to loosen Pete up. He's holding back on us. Carpenter asks for time. Spire, another one of these pitchers where his pitching arm is all tatted up. I don't get it. Non-pitching arm? Do whatever you want to it. Don't mess with your moneymaker. That's all. That's it. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Spire strikes out Carpenter. And Castillo puts a fist in the air to say thank you, buddy, for shutting the door on the 5th inning. Seattle works out of trouble. The Tigers, with their biggest threat to score today, comes up empty. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Seattle lead this one 1-0. Just 3 hits combined between these two teams in a game that is now half over. I don't think in a World Series any team has ever come back from down 3-0. And in terms of just playoffs, Red Sox versus Yankees in, what was that, 05? Has there been another one other than that? Definitely not in the World Series. Oh, you're talking about a best-of-5 series? Not a World Series. Not down 3 games, though. If I'm off by a year, forgive me. You know the series I'm talking about. It's only happened once. Dave Roberts, stolen base. Anybody? We all saw it. We all remember it. Hey, I'll be right back. I got to go honk the horn. That's code for blow my nose. Be right back.
I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cake.
What, is there an echo in here?
Orioles.
Okay, once again, that's down 2-0. I believe this conversation began with a team being down 3-0 in a World Series, and I'm saying that's never happened, and where am I wrong? That the conversation was never about a team coming back from down 2-0. That's happened many times. Many times. Many times, especially in a best of 7. But anyway, Mitch Garver, first pitch swinging, hits a ball into shallow right center, making a sliding catch is Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter not known for his defense, but comes up with a big out here. Caught that ball just a couple inches off the ground for the first out. Okay, Noel, what are you implying? That's me? What do you want me to do? What point would you like me to concede? Victor Robles has a count of 0-1. Again, I'm just trying to get our facts straight here. Somebody mentioned being down 3-0 in a World Series and came back. I said no, that hasn't happened. You tell me the facts. It's 2-0. I said, okay, that's fine. It's happened before. What is the problem? Broken bat. Fly ball to left center field. Coming in to make the catch is Meadows for the second out. As the bat boy retrieves the remaining pieces of a broken bat. Thank you, Phantom. I guess something just went wrong somewhere. I don't know. But I'm the know-it-all, I guess. Carl Crawford looks at a strike. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Here's a bunt. It's toward the second baseman, and a glove flip attempt by Torres was pretty comical. Does not work out. It's going to be an infield hit for J.P. Crawford on a bunt. A 2-out bunt to get on base. Randy Arozarena takes a strike. Skubal is about to throw his 70th pitch of the day next. Plenty left in the tank for him. The 0-1 high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, it's kind of a thankless job sometimes doing play-by-play. You kind of feel like an umpire. If you say one thing that's slightly inaccurate, you get called out for it. But then if you get everything accurate, or if you defend a point that is accurate, well, now you're a know-it-all. You can't win. You can't really win, can you? 1-2 the count on Arozarena. Pitch is off the plate, 2-2. Swing and a miss, a change up low, and Skubal strikes out Arozarena to end the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, on to the 6th inning. Still a 1-0 ball game. Probably no Harry Carey for 7th inning stretch. But if you need some Harry, I got you hooked up.
Boy, Harry, you're full of energy. You look great. I hate to tell you how I feel. I swear.
I've had that bad back myself.
Also, with this cold, it just seems like it's settled in there.
That's age, friend.
I don't care what it is. It feels awful.
You smell like a drugstore.
That's right. I am a drugstore.
You're not a hypochondriac, are you?
What does that mean? Oversexed?
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
All right. All right, folks. If I been sounding a little bit testy, a little bit, he said testy. All right, if I'm sounding a little bit defensive or what have you, I'll acknowledge it and I'll get out in front of it because, look, I'm not going to front. Your boy is behind the scenes here going through some stuff. High anxiety stuff. We all have to go through stuff. It doesn't get anybody an excuse to just behave however they want, whenever they want. But, yeah, exactly. It's menopause. Can you see the hot flashes? Riley Green is up to lead off the top of the sixth. Gabe Spire out to face him, and he's ahead of Green quickly, 0-2. But yeah, I just know how I am. Sometimes I can't compartmentalize personal stuff going on, put it to the side while I'm calling a game. And if something is bothering me, kind of under my skin, and then some chat stuff happens, yeah, I might get a little defensive. I'll take the L. 1-2 the count on Riley Green. He fouls it off. I sound like I always do what? No. We've got somebody up in the bullpen. Bizzardo, it looks like. A lefty. He's not currently throwing. I guess he's ready when needed. I thought he was a right-hander. There's a swing and a miss. Spire strikes out Green. If Bizzardo is a righty, I can't remember, but I think now would be the time to bring him in. Torkelson is up next. Oh, they're going to stick with Spire with one down. Torkelson up there 0-2. First pitch is outside. Is the next batter a lefty? Colt Keith is on deck. Okay. So Spire will probably be on to face Keith. The Tigers, if they do like they did yesterday, will pinch hit Keith with Jahmai Jones and make Seattle then go to the bullpen. And we'll see a lot of similar moves that we saw in Game 1. It is 1-1 on Torkelson. Fouled back, 2 strikes. One-two pitch, fouled back. We'll do it again. I guess that's the difference between just a regular old schmuck like me versus professional entertainers and such. You know? You go see a comic at a show, you go see an actor in a play, you go see a musician perform. You have no idea what's going on in their personal life, whether they're having a good day or a bad day, and it's their job to just make you feel like everything's fine. Ground ball to shortstop, Crawford over to first, in time for the second out. That's the difference. I guess I'm not able to do that. All right, so it is Jahmai Jones up to pinch hit for Colt Keaton. No, it's not Jahmai. It's Wensiel Perez. Forgive me. Wensiel Perez is on to pinch hit, a switch hitter. And let's see here. They're not making a pitching change yet. I did not even see what happened between the Milwaukee and Chicago Game 1 game. So that already happened last night? Wensiel Perez looks at strike one. .244 average on the regular season. Spire comes back with a fastball a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a ball that's popped up on the infield. The second baseman, Polanco, wants it. He makes the catch. The inning is over. Spire gets through the entire 6th inning and keeps this 1-0 lead intact for Seattle. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Low-scoring game here, as it was yesterday. Joel's a loud listener. I was a loud listener for a while. Cheer up. Well, $10 will help, but I'm okay. No, it's not like I'm not sad. It's not sadness, but thank you, Noel. Again, just being transparent. I've got anxiety issues, okay? That's about it. I don't want to go through the details of everything that's going on. You're not here to listen to that, but it's anxiety. And for some people can handle it better than others. I admittedly sometimes let it get the best of me. I've been worse than this. This isn't tragic. Okay? It's okay. But yeah, I'm just a little bit worried about a couple of things, you know. Like anybody is capable of being worried. It's all good. But Noel, thank you again, either way, for the super chat, man.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
I really do. I really do. All right. Folks, we're at 50 likes. I appreciate it. The viewers right now in the room is incredibly small. I have to kind of spy on other channels that are calling this game and see what they're doing compared to me. Well, yep, that one's crushing me. Who else? Oh, no. Well, I'm not in competition with JJ. He's not calling this. Let's see. Looks like Dr. Delay isn't calling this either. I got no excuses. All right, Skubal is on to pitch the 6th inning. Cal Raleigh will lead it off for the Mariners. 2, 3, 4 batters are due up. First pitch from Skubal. Up and in, and a big swing and a miss by Raleigh. He was looking for a home run on that swing. No doubt about it. Raleigh is 0 for 2 tonight. And wow, he is hungry to swing. He checks his swing on a pitch that was head high. The count is 1-1. If I were Skubal, I would just keep going up the ladder here. Or break that changeup blowing away off again. Look at that slider. My goodness. Swing and a miss on a slider, top of the zone. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. You can see the grouping of pitches there on the screen right now. And up and in again with the heater to blow Raleigh away for the strikeout. Wow. Tarek Skubal had no qualms pitching up and in to a 60 home run hitter. And Skubal won that battle. My goodness. Pretty impressive. Here's Julio Rodriguez. That pitch is left up. He hits a liner on to first. Torkelson makes the catch just off the ground. A line drive out on one pitch by Julio Rodriguez. 2 away in the 6th. Skubal on 78 pitches. Will that help the ratings? I'll see what I can do. Here's Jorge Polanco. Last time he came up, he delivered the only run of this game, a home run off of Skubal to left field. And the first pitch is ball 1 here. (1-0). Fouled back. Polanco hit that home run in the 4th inning. Into the Mariners bullpen and left. (1-1) pitch. That's a strike. Just caught the inside edge. (1-2) pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, my sinuses are killing me. Come on. 2-2 pitch. A little bit low. That changeup that dips usually gets a swing and a miss, but Polanco laid off. Full count. Payoff pitch. That one's crushed. Forget about it. How far will it fly? That ball is gone. Jorge Polanco has touched up Skubal twice. 2nd home run off the Cy Young Award winner. It's 2-0 Mariners. Jorge Polanco. Looking like Roy Hobbs tonight, folks. Wow. Lift that trident, sir. That was epic. A pair of home runs off of Tarek Skubal. How many players can say that? Probably you can count on one hand. You might not even need more than a couple of fingers. Suarez 0-1 pitch fouled straight back. It's 0-2. Wow, that home run got 0 reaction from Charm City chat. Is this thing on? Swing and a miss, and down goes Suarez to end the inning. Skubal gives up his 2nd home run pitch of the day to Jorge Polanco, and this one Was crushed. 2-0 Mariners. We're now going into the late innings. 7th inning coming up. Seattle 2, Detroit 0. Folks, you got to love baseball, huh? I swear, you looked at this series matchup at games 1 and 2, and he said, all right, I think the Mariners are going to win game 1. And I think with Skubal pitching, the Tigers will even it up at a game apiece. And right now, if this score holds up, the opposite will happen. The Tigers, behind Jacob Melton, win game 1. And with Skubal, right now anyway, in a losing position and for game 2. Crazy. Baseball's crazy. So there is a day off tomorrow. Is there a day off between game 4 and, if necessary, game 5 when the series would go back to Seattle for that final game? If there is, then you have to think Skubal would certainly pitch game 5 because that's day off, 2 games, day off. That's 4 days of rest. That's normal. But if there is no day off between game 4 and 5, he might have to pitch on short rest. You'd have to think that either way, they're going to turn to him for game 5 if it gets that far. I need to close this screen door. I'll be right back, folks. That's the wrong button. There we go. Okay, it is Bizzardo on the right-hander to face Dylan Dingler to begin the top of the 7th. And a sinker is called a strike. What happened? There's a slider, strike 2. My phone just made a beep. I got to check it. So Edward Bizzardo on the regular season had a 2.52 ERA and a solid whip of 1.02. Here's a ground ball softly hit. Bizzardo going to cover the bag and does so just in time. The choreography on that play wasn't pretty, but the Mariners get the job done. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Strike 1 is Zach McKinstry. Looks like I need to update the scoreboard here. Sorry, looks like it's frozen on Suarez. All right, McKinstry's up. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. That pitch nearly in the dirt. 2 strikes. Uh-oh. Scoreboard's out of whack. That pitch is low. 2-2 the count. Okay. 2-2 to McKinstry. Hit on the ground, foul, first base side. Skubal's final line, 6 innings pitched, 87 pitches, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, both of them home run balls to Jorge Polanco. Two pitch. That is swung on and missed. Raleigh has to pick up the ball in the dirt. It was going to tag the batter out, but the batter turns and heads for the dugout. 2 out in the inning. Javier Baez. Pizzardo has an interesting routine when he leans in to get the next pitch. He holds his glove up next to his ear. Interesting. 0-1 on Baez. With the glove on his left hand, a right-handed pitcher, he holds that glove up to his right ear as he waits to get the signal for the next pitch. Here's the 1-1 Baez. That is outside. The count is 2 balls and a strike. I love quirks, little pitching quirks like that. Like, what made him decide to do that? 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air. Center field. Coming in on it is Julio Rodriguez. He cannot make the catch. The ball will fall in front of him for a 2-out single. I thought for a moment Julio might try to do a full-on diving catch. But maybe he did the smarter thing. Because if that ball gets by him, it's definitely more than a 2-out single. So a runner at first with 2 down. And coming up to hit now, it is Parker Meadows. Meadows looks at a slider low for ball 1. Wow, is this scoreboard frozen again? It barely got going. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. One ball, 1 strike. That's a strike. Right in there. 2 strikes, and the Mariner fans are coming to their feet. Pitch. Fouled away off to the right. Yeah, that could be a reason, Phantom. Maybe it helps them. The device, though, is it audio or is it like a series of like pulses to sort of indicate what pitch? I don't know, to be honest. That's not strike 3. Wow. Wow. On a 2-strike pitch, Pizzardo looked to have strike 3. Umpire says no. On the inside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Hit in the air. It's popped up on the infield. Crawford, the shortstop, just a foot or 2 onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. And the inning is over. 7 combined shutout innings by Mariner pitching so far today. The Tigers have just 2 hits. 7th inning stretch time in the Pacific Northwest, folks. Mariners lead at 2-0. Trying to even up this series at a game apiece. Yes, sir. 7th inning stretch. They don't do cakes on the griddle up here. They do sushi on the plate. They do coffee in the cup. That's what I was under the impression, that it was pulses or beeps, like you're saying. I don't know if it's audio or more like a vibrating feeling. I feel like if you're pitching in front of a packed crowd that's loud, it might make more sense to have a more of a vibrating pulse rather than an audio pulse, but I don't know. Because, I mean, your hat ends here, right? Your ear isn't really hearing much that's inside the hat. If you're cutting off right here, right? It feels like you would just feel something. But I'm actually not sure. Hey, I don't know it all. I don't know it all. How does PitchCom work exactly? Oh, let's get this game going. I got 1 hour to be at the doctor's office. Let's go. So it is an audio message. That's just weird to me. No, I don't see any reason. I mean, believe me, I don't just accept everything out of Google AI as gospel, but I mean, it's one or the other. I'm not shocked that that's it, but again, it does feel like a vibration would be more effective than a noise. You know what I mean? All I know is whatever the device is, it's constantly needing to be attended to. Feels like more than half the games I've called this year, there's been at least one PitchCom device delay in the game. What are they using? Like Fisher-Price brand PitchCom device? They buy this at Radio Shack? Can we get a more reliable model? Oh, man, look at that home run swing from the umpire cam. I got to tell you what, being a home plate umpire and having that point of view to watch a Major League Baseball player club a home run, I don't think that ever gets boring. I mean, I guess that device is tucked in the hat right above the ear. So even though the hat is kind of blocking off the volume a little bit, you would think. I guess it's loud enough. Here's a ground ball to the right side by Josh Naylor on the first pitch he sees in the bottom of the seventh. Skubal still on the mound, and that is out number 1 on a ground ball to Torkelson. That pitch is low to Mitch Garver. He's 0 for 2. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 7th. Mariners lead it 2-0 on Tarek Skubal. Breaking ball for a strike. 1-1 the count. That ball's hit hard up the middle. Base hit for Garver. 1 out single. I wonder if they'll pinch run for him here. He's pretty damn slow. He's taken up a DH spot. He may not have a reason to come up to hit a second another time. They might want a faster runner out there. But no such move being made. Garver will run. 1 out, runner at first. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Raley is on to pinch run. Damn it, I was right, but I was wrong. Luke Raley is pinch running for Mitch Garver. Here's a bunt by Robles up the first base line. It's foul. Seattle is pulling out their bag of tricks. As Skubal is probably pitching his final inning here. 92 pitches now. Raley pinch running for Garver at first. 1 out. The 0-1 to Robles is inside. Robles. Did that hit him? That pitch was shown to the audience from behind home plate. Couldn't really see what happened there. He just had to get out of the way on a pitch inside. The count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1, swing and a miss. That low and away changeup. It's been good to Skubal tonight. The 1-2 to Robles. Fastball up and in. Popped up. A small pop-up to Torkelson. He makes the catch. Raley remains at first, 2 down. Holy shit, this chat is dead. J.P. Crawford. One for 2 with a single back in the 5th inning. Looks at a called strike. Skubal's probably emptying the tank right now. Closing in on 100 pitches. The 0-1. Hit on the ground. Handled by the shortstop on the first base side of second base. He will get it to first in time, and the inning is over. Tarek Skubal pitches himself another solid outing. 7 innings, 2 runs on 5 hits. Nothing wrong with that. But it's been the Jorge Polanco show. 2 home runs off of Skubal. That is the story of the ball game. We are heading now into the 8th inning. My goodness, where are we? We're getting late, folks. It is 2-0 Mariners. Going into the 8th inning. Please broadcast Game 3 Blue Jays Yankees series for goodbye of the scumbags. That game is when? I mean, I won't rule it out. I won't rule it out because I'm covering the game that's on first. Seattle and Detroit will be at 4 o'clock. Toronto and New York 4 hours later. But it all depends on how I'm feeling, folks. I have a bit of a disadvantage to other folks that do this sort of YouTube content. I have to work around my health issues, which there's one major one. And if you want me to call a good game, I'm probably best used to call no more than one game per day. Now, obviously, when the Orioles have had double headers during the season, I've called those. I've powered through, and usually halfway through the second game of those doubleheaders, I've pretty much hit a wall. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear on that. We'll play it by ear. I do have an off day tomorrow. Maybe I'll have the energy. But I don't want to commit. Sorry for being on the fence. But I can't commit. I don't know. But I'm not ruling it out, which that's good too, right? I'm not ruling it out. All right. 8th inning. Gleyber Torres, top of the order for Detroit. They trail 2-0. Matt Brash, the right-handed setup man for the Mariners, is on, and first pitch is a slider a little bit outside for ball one. Goes back to that slider. This time it's in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brash with a sub 2.5 ERA on the regular season. Good numbers. Pitch fouled back, and it's 1-2 on Gleyber. Crowd making noise every time there's 2 strikes on a Tiger hitter. There is a slider off the plate. 2-2. Next pitch, fouled back. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. 2-2 the count on Gleyber Torres. Here comes the pitch. Oof. Slider just broke off the outside edge. Solid pitch there from Brash. Raleigh tried to frame it. That pitch was just a couple inches off the plate. Next pitch. That ball's lifted in the air to right. Down the foul line. Up against the stands and out of reach of Victor Robles. We'll do it again at 3-2 on Gleyber Torres. There is not one empty seat in this venue, folks. Packed all the way around. Here's another 3-2. That is up and in, not close. Ball 4. Not what you want to get out of your setup, man. A leadoff walk to bring the tying run up to the plate. And these are the tough batters you got to go after now. Back-to-back lefties with power. Carpenter and Green. Seattle looks like they want to turn 2 if they can. First pitch is in there for a strike to Carpenter. Gary Carpenter is 0 for 2 tonight. This is his 4th time up, though. What else did he do? Take it a walk? Pitch is low. Slider in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. A slider in on the hands Carpenter did walk back in the first inning. Okay, that's right. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out for the Tigers. The 1-2 from Brash. Outside, not close, 2-2. Next pitch. That's fouled straight back. Quite a battle going on right here. Still 2-2. The next 2-2 pitch. Hitting the opposite field down the corner, foul. Another 2-2. Up and away, full count. This is a battle. Brash has thrown 15 pitches, and he's only facing the second batter of the inning. Payoff pitch. Outside corner called, strike 3. And the Mariner fans are ecstatic. First out of the inning. Carpenter down looking. Brash, that pitch starting off the plate and tailing back over in the final little movement there. What a pitch. Here's Riley Green. He fouls away the first pitch. Green is hitless today. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. The 0-1. In there, strike 2 on the outside edge. Can Brash get the 2 tough left-handed batter outs here? There's a foul ball. Still 0-2. The 0-2 to Green. Hit on the ground. And off the first baseman, that ball is going to stay on the infield and probably go down as an E3 on Josh Naylor. Naylor unable to pick this ball cleanly. If he had, he might have been able to start a potential 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. Instead, the Mariners get nothing. Polanco, backing up the play at second, did not have time to pick up this ball and get the batter out. So it's 2 on with 1 out. And what has to be an E3 there on Josh Naylor. Mound meeting for the Mariners. George says probably an E3. Let me check. Yeah, there's an E3 on Josh Naylor. Naylor? I hardly know her. First and second, 1 out. The Tigers have the tying runs on. The batter is Spencer Torkelson, swing and a miss on that slider from Brash, breaking off the outside, out of reach of Torkelson. 0-1 the count. Naylor, the first baseman, playing way off the bag. That pitch is low and away. Count a ball and a strike. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Again, low and away with the slider. That one even farther off the plate. And he still got Torkelson to chase it. 2 strikes. Torkelson is probably hoping for anything but another slider right now. He gets a slider, same spot. He lays off, though. He learned his lesson. The count is 2-2. Learned his lesson for now, anyway. The 2-2 to Torkelson. Swung on. Base hit down the right field line. Oh, that ball just stayed fair. Glaber scores. They're going to send the tying run home. He scores. It's a 2-run game-tying double to the opposite field for Spencer Torkelson. We are tied at 2. Unbelievable. The air has been taken out of the balloon here in Seattle. The fans are silenced. Torkelson with perhaps the biggest hit of his professional career ties this ball game up. And now the Tigers have the go-ahead run in scoring position, still only 1 out. And a big swing and a miss, strike 1 to who's at the plate? Wensiel Perez. Wensiel Perez. Next pitch fouled away. It's 0-2. All right, I'll say this. When it comes to doing the Yankee Blue Jay game on Tuesday, if this game goes extra innings, and then we have another extra inning game on Tuesday, then no, I'm taking a break. Called strike 3. Perez caught looking for the second out of the inning. Brash has thrown 28 pitches now in this inning. About twice as many as you would like to see if you're Seattle. And he's got one more batter to get. It is Dylan Dingler. First pitch strike. It's a brand new ball game, folks. Late. It's time for some folks to show up and watch the end of this. Here's a foul ball. It's 0-2. Folks, message your friends. Tell them to come on over here. We only got 36 people watching this right now. It is a sad room as far as turnout. My goodness. Check swing. They appeal. He went around. And that's it. Dingler strikes out to end the inning. But Spencer Torkelson delivers the big hit for the Tigers. A 2-run double down the right field line to tie up this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 2 apiece. Top of the order due up for Seattle. My goodness. Well, the Mariners are just going to have to get back to work, and hopefully somebody other than Jorge Polanco can help out this offense. Skubal, the only pitcher for the Tigers used tonight. He's probably done on 97 pitches. But who knows? It's the playoffs. Who knows? In fact, who's due up first? Arozarena, righty? Righty, switch, righty, switch, righty. I think they're going to go to a right-hander. Maybe Will Vest. Maybe they'll go right to their closer now. I might be calling an exciting game there, disc golf, but the turnout wouldn't really indicate that. Doesn't really matter how good of a job I do when it comes to turnout. It's been pretty hard to gauge, folks. I did 3 games in the wild card round at Wrigley Field. One of those games had over 4,000 views. Another one barely broke 1,000. So one game had 4 times as many people as another. And I couldn't tell you why. I am at the mercy of the YouTube algorithm gods. Arozarena will lead it off for the Mariners. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Has a stolen base. Cal Raleigh to follow. He's due for something. I really can't afford for this game to go extra innings, though. I have an appointment. All right, Finnegan is in the pitch for Detroit. First reliever of the night for the Tigers. Swing and a miss on a splitter to Arozarena. We are underway in the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Finnegan made an appearance in Game 1. 0-1 pitch. Does not get the outside corner called. The count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 to Arozarena. Swing and a miss. Another splitter. Is the splitter in general maybe the toughest pitch in all of baseball? I'm wondering. It seems so difficult to square up. There's one in the dirt. The count is 2-2 on Arozarena. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. And wouldn't you know it, it's the split finger fastball. Strikeout of Arozarena, 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. Next Sunday, Rams play the Ravens. Oh boy. The Rams are a lot better than the Texans. Cal Raleigh is 0 for 3. He struck out twice against Tarek Skubal. Probably more than happy to face a new pitcher. And first pitch swinging. Line drive, base hit. That ball's going to roll up against the wall. Raleigh is chugging around first. He is sliding into second base with a 1-out double. The big dumper dunks one down the right field line, and the Mariners have their go-ahead run in scoring position. First hit of the night for Raleigh. Julio Rodriguez is coming up. Julio Rodriguez is due up, and Jorge, I've got 2 homers tonight already, is on deck. Here's a pitch high to J-Rod. 1-0. Julio's 0 for 3. Pop out, line out, and a strikeout. Raleigh at second. 1 out. The 1-0. That one's lined. Over the glove of third base and into the corner for a double. Raleigh will score the go-ahead run. Julio Rodriguez pumps his fist, and this crowd's going berserk. The Mariners take the lead right back. It's 3-2 Seattle. folks. Raleigh and J-Rod waking up at just the right time. Seattle with the lead, and they need 3 outs from their closer to even up this series at 1 apiece. Andres Munoz, I'm sure, is getting loose right now. But there's still only 1 out in the inning, and I'm sure the Mariners would love to add on. Here's Polanco. 2 home runs tonight already. Takes inside for ball 1. There's a Yankee fan in tears right now, being hugged by his spouse, I would guess. Don't lose your emotions yet, my friend. There's a long way to go. You can tell this guy's never won a pennant. All right, 2-0 on Polanco. The pitch. Check swing. He went around, I think, and yes, he did. The appeal says he went. That pitch was in the dirt. The count is 2-1 on Polanco. What a beautiful stroke of the baseball by Julio Rodriguez for that hit down the left field line. All right, Raleigh putting on his catching gear. Cal Raleigh's such a stud, man. All right, 2-1 on Polanco. Three to 2 Mariners. They have taken the lead back here in the bottom of the 8th. Hey, baby. The 2-1 pitch. In on the hands, a broken back ground ball. That ball is not going to be handled by anybody. The shortstop and third baseman, McKinstry and Baez, nearly colliding on this broken back grounder in the hole at short. McKinstry, the one to come up with the baseball, but there was never a throw to first. Polanco reaches for the 3rd time tonight, and this is the first time he actually gets to stand on a base. 2 home runs and now an infield hit. I'm guessing it's an infield hit. I don't know who you'd give an error to. There wasn't even a throw. 1st and 3rd with 1 out. And are they going to bring in a new pitcher for Finnegan? Perhaps. First and 3rd, and the Mariner crowd is going nuts. They are going nuts. Eugenio Suarez is due up next. A fly ball here could get another run on the board. A ground ball could get Detroit out of the inning. That is off the plate for ball 1. Suarez 0 for 3 tonight. 49 homers on the regular season. The 1-0 from Finnegan. That one is low. 2-0 the count. Seattle has taken the lead, and now they want some insurance. The 2-0 to Suarez. Another splitter laid off low. 3-0. Josh Naylor, the lefty, is on deck. Raley, another lefty, is due after him. So I'm assuming Detroit has a lefty up in their pen if they can't get Suarez out here. Or even if they do, if it's not a double play, they're going to probably want to bring in the lefty after this. That's a swing and a miss. The count is 3-1 on Suarez. Here comes a big pitch. That is fouled back. Full count. Polanco was off on that pitch. We'll go back to first. Full count, 1 out. 3-2 Mariners. They have the go-ahead run already in. First and third. Here comes the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground, right to third base. They're going to go home with it and get the tag play there. Interesting. I'm pretty sure with Suarez batting there, they could have ended this inning with a 5-4-3 double play, but McKinstry wanted to make sure if they were only going to get 1 out, that it would be the out at the plate. I'm not sure how I feel about that move, but there's 2 down in the inning, and again, with some left-handers now due up, the Tigers are going to go to their bullpen. What do you folks think? Should McKinstry have tried to turn the double play around the horn there, or did he do the right thing and go home with it? I mean, it worked out okay so far, but I don't know if that's the way I would have done it. I don't know. I don't think Suarez gets down the line quick enough to beat out that double play if they turn it like they do. Phantom agrees with going home with it. I mean, I can definitely see the argument for either way. The thing is, sometimes that play you're throwing home, it's kind of like a first baseman throwing a second on a ground ball with the runner going down there. Sometimes that base runner's kind of in your way. You kind of have to thread a needle and throw that. I mean, how many times did the Orioles this year, in a situation very similar, throw a ball to the catcher at home plate and it was offline or whatever, and the play did not work out? But hey, it did work out. It did work out. Playing safe in a critical game is a loser. All right. Not overwhelming feeling, but I think home was right. I think it's one of those plays where it all just comes down to whether or not you execute it. They did. They got that out. And if they get this final out here, I think you'll say that was the play to make. Because what if they did try to turn 2 and they, for whatever reason, it doesn't get turned? Now that run scores. I do give credit to McKinstry for one thing. He made that decision like he already knew what he would do in case that very situation were to happen. There was no hesitation. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and to me, that's good baseball. Like, you got to know what you're going to do for a moment like that, and he knew what he was going to do. All right, a lefty is in, as we expected, for the Tigers, Brant Herter. Good numbers on the regular season, ERA of 2.43. First and second for the Mariners, 2 down. Josh Naylor coming up to hit. That's why Detroit's gone to a lefty. Here comes the first pitch to Naylor. That is a slider, a sweeper across the plate, and Naylor apparently offered at it. A check swing appeal says he went. And boy, I tell you, that's pretty close. I've seen umps say no swing on that. 0-1 pitch, foul back. It's 0-2. Rivas is on to pinch run for Polanco at first base. I'm sorry, at second base. Rivas is at second base. Now, why are they... I mean, I get it. He's the lead runner. Is he that much faster? Cal Raleigh is picking his nose. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Naylor. Catcher setting up outside. And that's a sweeper low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Swung on. That is a foul ball up the first baseline. Torkelson will toss it out of the field of play. 2 down, 1 and 2 the count on Naylor, who I got to tell you, he and I have a similar build. I got Josh Naylor body, folks. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. He reaches for one with a sand wedge and pops it up. That pitch nearly in the dirt, and somehow Naylor gets under it to pop it up to second base, and that'll end the inning. Seattle, though, takes the lead on an RBI double by Julio Rodriguez, scoring Cal Raleigh, and 3 outs away from tying up this series, but they have no wiggle room here. They've got a 1-run lead. They're going to try and protect heading into the 9th inning. Here we go, folks. Here we go. 18 minutes till the top of the hour. Folks, I'll just tell you right now, this post-game show of this game is going to be about 1 minute long. Well, folks, I'm glad we had this discussion about that play, because I think one thing that we can agree on is that it is a sort of a close call, right? You can understand reasonings for both, right? And you can also understand how a lot of fans had that inning turned out differently, why no matter what they did, why they might point fingers and go, why didn't you do it the other way? That's how fickle fans can be. They'll say, yeah, that was the right move, but on a different day, maybe it's not the right move. It was a tough call. But again, I give McKinstry credit for not hesitating. That's the important thing. He had his mind made up. Because again, if I'm in that situation and I don't already have my mind made up what to do, how do you not go, well, wait a minute, do I go home? Or do I go to... You don't have time. Your brain does not have time to process a decision, because then you're not going to get anybody, or you're going to lower your chances of getting somebody, I guess. Anyway, fun to talk about. It was a fun little play. Folks, we're into the mid-60s on the like count. I really appreciate it. We're just over 1,000 views on the game tonight. It's a pretty low turnout. Nothing much I can do about that. But for those who have been here, I appreciate you hanging out with me. We are looking for the Mariners to tie up this series, get these 3 outs. All right. Andres Munoz, the Mariner closer, 38 saves and 45 opportunities in the regular season. First pitch strike to Zach McKinstry. The Tigers are sending up the bottom of their order. Leo Rivas, who pinch ran for Polanco, is taking over for him at second base. 0-1, swing and a miss on a slider just above the dirt. It's 0-2 on McKinstry. And the Mariner fans are feeling the fever right now. They want their closer to shut the door and tie this series up, heading back to Detroit. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Raleigh applies the tag on McKinstry to complete the out. A 3-pitch strikeout by Munoz sets the tone in the 9th.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
It's true, Matt, but there's been times where we've seen players hesitate, right? Major league players who have a little bit of time, but before a pitch to say to themselves, okay, if the ball's hit here, I do this. If the ball's hit there, I do that. You need to go over every scenario so you don't have to make that decision, right? But that's not always the case, is it? 0-1 to Baez. Popped up on the infield. Should be out number 2. Naylor first trying to call off Rivas, but Rivas, the second baseman, takes charge and makes the catch. The Tigers are down to their final out, and it's the number 9 batter due up next. Let's see if they've got a pinch hitter, maybe a home run swing kind of a guy to go to here. For this number 9 spot, Parker Meadows is due up. He is a left-handed hitter, but not a whole lot of pop. He will hit for himself. Here comes the first pitch. It is just a bit outside for ball 1. Meadows is 0 for 3. Just 4 home runs in the regular season, but he didn't play all season. Pitch outside. Not close. 2-0 on Meadows. You don't want to walk him, that's for sure. He's got good legs. Gleyber Torres would hit next to this game. Continues on. Swing and a miss. There's strike 1. 2 more strikes is what the Mariner crowd is looking for. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A slider just above the dirt. No chance for Meadows. The Tigers are down to their final strike. Here we go. The 2-2. Hit in the air and foul. Meadows stays alive, fighting that pitch off. The 2-2. Just again getting a piece to foul it away. Munoz in the past 24 hours has recorded 8 outs, which is uncharted territory for him. Here's the pitch. That ball just got a piece again. A fastball, top of the zone. Fouled away, still 2-2. Both teams will be traveling back to Detroit tomorrow, resting up. Some of these bullpen arms definitely need the rest. 2-2 again. Low and in, ball 3. Oh my, we're taking this one all the way down to the wire. Full count, 2 out in the 9th. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hit toward first. Naylor, underhand flip to Munoz, covering the bag, and the Mariners do it. They have leveled the series. Another nail-biter. Both games have had final scores of 3-2. Yesterday took extra innings. Today it took a 8th inning rally by the Mariners after Detroit had tied it up in the top of the 8th. Seattle get a run in the bottom of the 8th to go ahead 3-2, and that is your final score, folks. The Mariners win their first postseason game at home since 2001. They have not won a home game in October in 24 years. We just saw them break that streak. How about that? Jorge Polanco, you got to give him player of the game here, folks. The dude hit 2 home runs off of Skubal. Put the Mariners in a position to have this lead all the way until the 8th inning. Detroit did tie it up, but Polanco, 3 for 4 with a couple of home runs. For me, that is your player of the game. 5 pitchers used by the Mariners. Castillo went 4 2/3 innings, gave up just 1 hit. He did walk 4 batters, but did not give up a run, struck out 3. Gabe Spire went an inning and 1/3, did not give up anything, struck out 2. Bizzardo, a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, struck out a batter. Matt Brash, the only one to get touched up, and only one of the 2 runs he gave up was earned. As there was an error in there on, who was it, Josh Naylor? That E3. And then Andres Munoz with a scoreless 9th, 14 pitches. Matt Brash gets credit for the win. Kyle Finnegan is saddled with the loss. Munoz gets the save. And there you have it. It's 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 2 runs, just 3 hits for the Tigers without an error. The 3 hits for Detroit, a single by Gleyber Torres in the 5th. That big 2-run double by Spencer Torkelson, accounting for the only 2 runs they scored. And then Javier Baez had a single in the 7th. That's it. So take away that Torkelson ball that was just inside the fair line, first base line. That was the only mark on the day from the Seattle pitching side. All right, folks. Again, I got to go. 7 minutes till an appointment that's about 15 minutes away. So I'm done. We're going to be back here on Tuesday in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. Get here maybe a few minutes early for Game 3 of this series. Going back to Detroit. It's going to be, is it Logan Gilbert against Jack Flaherty, I believe? Should be fun. Until then, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Have a good Monday, and see you back here on Tuesday. Thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat for keeping the chat nice and charming. Thanks to the folks that hit the like button, helping the channel out in that way. Thanks for the company. All right, come on back soon. I got to run. All right. I do have to run, but let me see if I can send you to another channel. I don't think of this until right before I hit the sign-off button, but somebody might be on. Somebody might be on. Or not. I gotta go. Hey, take care, folks. Until Tuesday, this has been the Bird Watcher, and I will chirp at you later. Final score, Mariners 3, Tigers 2. This best-of-5 series tied at a game apiece. See you in Detroit Tuesday afternoon. Until then, take care.